Okay. Now, is there anybody from Cincinnati or the greater Cincinnati area who has been to all these events, or at least the top 10 events?
Well, nobody's been to every event, but actually, we call him the ultimate sports fan. And
Him?
The guy I'm going to mention.
Oh, okay.
The ultimate sports fan is the guy who's accumulated the most points, or the guy or girl. In this case, it's a guy. And his name's Greg Thomas, and he lives right across the river. And I think he's been to 8 of the top 10 events.
Now, what's the demos in this guy? Married, single, how old?
I don't know.
You have no idea, just the name.
He's just a guy on the website, yeah.
It's amazing. Okay. Now, can someone get on the website and maybe do a top 10 or top 20 just events in our area?
You know, that's one thing we're going to do. Tussle 2.0, if you will. We're going to take it 2 different directions. One is we're going to build it out by sport. Obviously, college football, college basketball, pro football, there's a lot of events on. College hockey, there's one event. There's the Pros and Four. So we may build out a top 10 in college hockey at some point. The second place we're going to go is build out regional lists. So we'll say if the people in Cincinnati, the people in Southwest Ohio, the people in Ohio, whatever, want to do their top 10 list for their area, then that's going to be kind of the next phase that we do sometime.
It's a one-man operation, just yourself.
Correct.
You thought of it, you did it, you're doing it. And someone out there listening right now, or even going to the website saying, man, why didn't I think of it? Because really and truly, it's something that everybody talks about. And you put it on another site.
Right.
TUSL.com.
Right, because you got like the new commercial that runs, the guys that have been to all the Super Bowls.
Right,
right.
Exactly right.
They taking this to another level.
And that's what this is. And I, as I look at 2011, I've got some long-term. My bucket list. The 3 places the 3 events that I really want to go to. Number 1 is Wimbledon. Love to go to Wimbledon. I'm not a huge tennis fan. I'm a tennis fan, but I just love to go to Wimbledon.
It's a pump in the circumstance.
Yeah,
you could have sit next to the Queen.
Well, probably not, but I'd be arrested if I tried. Number 2 is the Rose Bowl. Love to go to the Rose Bowl. And number 3 is the Monaco Grand Prix. And if you go to the website and look at some of the pictures of the Monaco Grand Prix.
The hairpin curve.
Oh my God, it's unbelievable.
The balcony or right there at the turn where the casino is.
Right, exactly.
How difficult is it to get a ticket to events like Wimbledon or Grand Prix?
Well, Monaco's a principality and it's closed. And most of the time, you can buy tickets through a charter package, but otherwise you got to be invited.
Well, in Wimbledon, to go on court 7 and watch, the 53rd ranked doubles team in the world is pretty easy. Center court on Sunday for the men's final, that's a little tougher.
Yeah.
Rose Bowl, yeah, you can get tickets to the Rose Bowl, you just got to pay for it.
Right,
Everything's got a price.
And again, you can get them right off your website.
Right.
The question I have is that you have like the top 13 college basketball events. More so, there are events than rather teams. In other words, number 1 is the NCAA Men's Final Four, overall ranked number 4. But really and truly, no one really cares who's in the Final Four. It's the event. But then you also have like Louisville, Kentucky, and you had it 104, 105, or 150, whatever it was.
104.
104 was UC Xavier. Okay, so you're comparing maybe actual games to events.
Yeah, and actually, a third piece of that is venues, because you'll notice on college basketball, we've got Pauley Pavilion, we've got Hinkle Fieldhouse. We've kind of got what we call the combo platter. Number 2 is Duke Carolina at Cameron. That's both a rivalry and a venue. And I did that in a few cases where I was just trying to get more events on the list. I think a trip to Cameron Indoor qualifies, whether Carolina's playing or not.
Right.
I think Duke Carolina's great at either place.
And can you line up like all the baseball parks on your site too? Because those guys like to go to all the cities and go to all the big ballparks.
Right, and we've only got it, and I'll tell you that I tend to favor history. Okay, so if you look at the baseball parks that are on the list, obviously Wrigley, Fenway, Dodger Stadium, and then Yankee Stadium, which would have been on if I had done this with the old one. It is on with the new one. But I look at the new Yankee Stadium, and I think it looks more like the original Yankee Stadium than the one it replaced, because they did that horrible rehab in 1973 and kind of made it look like a fun stadium.
Well, they had to tear it all down when they found the Boston Red Sox jersey.
Yeah, exactly. But I tend to favor the historical site. But yeah, you can go on the list and say, I just want to look at the baseball venues, and boom, it'll pull them up. I just want to look at the college football venues. There's a lot of those on there. Notre Dame, LSU, Texas A&M, Nebraska. You know, a lot of venues
Is
on there.
Nippert
as
on
well.
there? Nippert Stadium?
Nippert's not on there. Neither's Jaeger.
And-
They just missed both of them.
I was
Better
thinking,
take a
I'm
picture
not,
of Nippert before it goes away.
yeah, I'm not being facetious, but Nippert really is one of the old-time stadiums.
Well, I will say this, and I'm a Miami guy, so obviously, you know, I'm not a huge UC fan, and particularly in football, but I love Nippert Stadium. Nippert Stadium's a great, it's kind of an Ivy League venue.
Right.
It's a smaller stadium right in the middle of the campus.
I love the old brickwork.
Yeah.
And
oh,
they
no.
serve beer there, too.
Absolutely. And my brothers and I used to go up there on Thanksgiving Day, and we just bring a football and kick it around and kick field goals and throw, and just because it's a cool place to be.
Right, and they allowed people to use it because it used to be like on Saturdays and Sundays, there were a bunch of kids that went up there to play cricket on the AstroTurf.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, and it was absolutely lethal because that cricket ball would come off that AstroTurf like 160 miles an hour. They had ambulances lined up just to haul them to the hospital.
All right. Tom Walsh, I think you've got to get to work, so we'll let you go. I appreciate the time. All right, best of luck to you with this. Again, you're picking who tonight?
It's Miami. In the
You know,
GoDaddy.com.
Dan's all right.